Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Adam Friedland Show episode, Adam Friedland Show podcast show. It's the video version of the Adam Friedland Show podcast. This is episode, Dave?
9?
9 of the podcast or 9 of the show?
I think it's VP09. Or
This is video podcast episode 9, Adam Friedland Show podcast episode probably 11, huh?
I'm not positive of the numbers.
Doesn't matter. We're joined today by Caleb, our good friend, Adam's
Hi.
good friend, for his
Wait,
bachelor.
say Adam, you said our good friend Adam's good friend.
Well, our friend, Adam's good friend.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't
That's
want to.
fine.
You know, I don't be like,
You
oh,
don't wanna lie.
we haven't hung out.
Yeah.
You
What's
know?
that about?
I don't know. I'd be more than willing to. I just assume everybody doesn't like me.
Why do I not like you?
Well, the reality is most people do not like me.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I kind of just take that as a given across the board. Anyways, Caleb joins us. Adam, as you can see, Dave, camera 1.
Absent.
Are we on camera? Are we on camera 1?
Yes.
Chair is empty.
Nothing.
So Adam is not missing. He's in the back, just cruising for the time being.
Collecting himself.
But you're probably watching at home or listening, and if you'd like to watch, go to patreon.com/TAFS and sign up. We need your support now more than ever. With Elon Musk's crackdown on center-left media, the Adam Friedland Show has become invisible on Twitter, and it's up to the viewers and the Corporation for Public Broadcasting to provide us with the funding to keep this show going. And that is a joke, sort of, but also very serious.
Need money.
We do. We don't. You know, we're fine. Look, if you like the show, throw us whatever you can. We'd appreciate it until we figure out how to get more YouTube subscribers, because we neglected that for years.
It's tough.
And we don't know. Now we're old. Now we're old people.
Have you ever played Minecraft?
No.
Any interest?
Oh, should I start doing that?
I think you might like it.
For how will that help?
People just search, like kids search Minecraft on.
We need more children. If you know
yeah.
any children, tell them to watch the Adam Friedland Show. And we're actually, we haven't announced it publicly yet. We're starting the Adam Friedland Kids Show.
Really?
Which is going to be a clean version of the Adam Friedland Show. And Adam will be replaced with a non-Jewish person.
Well, it's not kid friendly to be
On camera, no.
okay.
If you notice that, I mean, there's Jewish people.
A lot of angles.
There's a lot of Jewish people throughout media, but
Yeah.
unfortunately, and it's not the Jews' fault, but 100 years of anti-Semitic media that, frankly, a lot of them funded themselves. It's the stereotypical image of the devil. They're kind of like they're scary looking to children.
Yeah.
So we're going to get like Gentiles in each one replace every episode that look more and more like Adam.
Okay.
To sort of
taper it up.
Yes.
Yeah.
Normalize, or how would you say, groom children into accepting Adam's
You're going to
image.
groom kids into being okay with seeing Adam's nose.
Yes, right,
Okay.
exactly. Well, it's not the nose so much.
It's kind of the whole package.
I always thought Jewish people had nice noses, honestly, frankly.
Yeah.
You know, they're like, that's probably their most powerful feature. It seems like a weird thing to go after them for.
Yeah.
You know, because they're so maligned for being, kind of like spindly and, all of these other traditionally negative qualities.
Yeah.
You pick the one thing about them that's like,
That's strong.
They all have George Washington's nose. This like powerful nose, and say, oh, that's the thing I have a problem with. It's
deflecting a little bit.
It is deflecting. Yeah.
Almost like maybe they came up with that in the first place.
Maybe. Who knows?
So
I can't understand how the world works.
Yeah.
But we had a bunch of topics that we wanted to get into that we were discussing before the show. First and foremost, tequila makes you want to have diarrhea.
Yeah. I had one shot of tequila and got, as you said, Montezuma's Revenge.
Yes.
Have you ever been to Mexico?
I've never been to Mexico.
Any interest? You want to go with me to
yes,
Tulum?
No, I would.
You said no.
I would. No, yes, I would love to. I did not say no. I do the thing. You know how sometimes you say, people are like, hey, do you want to go to the bar? Or like, have you ever had any interest in doing this? And you'd be like, no, yeah, totally. You say no first. It's just like.
Oh, just like a tick?
Yeah, maybe,
Yeah.
I think I'd do that. But yeah, I would love to go to Mexico.
Me too, man. I want to go badly.
I don't really have the time.
I mean, if you can go anywhere, you can go to Mexico. It's not that long of a flight.
It's not that the flight is too long.
It's just having time off.
Yeah, a weekend.
You're
yeah.
such a hard worker that you can't even take a little bit.
Well,
of time
you
off.
know, I mean, yeah. Kind of, sort of.
How many hours do you think you're putting up here?
It's not work. I mean, this show
Yeah,
cumulatively.
we've been here, 5 hours?
Yeah, cumulatively, me and Adam put in 6 hours a week on it.
Okay.
On the Adam Friedland show.
Yeah.
And then touring. I mean, I guess, you fly out Friday, you do the shows, and then you fly out late Saturday night after the shows. So that's 2 days. They're knocked out. So I work 3 days a week, but I trash my apartment. I get home and I'm like, I just Mom, I listen to fucking Rob Zombie. I get
That's
super
cool.
beast. I trash my whole apartment,
Yeah.
and then I have to spend days cleaning it up. There's feces everywhere.
And you consider that you're on the clock?
Well, it's work. I mean,
Yeah,
there's stuff to
I
do.
guess you're
Yeah,
right.
certainly. It's a lot of feces. But the no, I would love to go to Mexico.
Do you speak Spanish? Espanol?
Poquito.
Poquito? That's
Yeah.
what everybody says.
Yeah, and then they don't.
And then they don't speak.
Yeah, no, it's okay. Well,
speak
poquito.
poquito.
That's a little bit.
Yeah, I
You
guess
gotta
you're right.
qualify it.
I need to go to Mexico. I think that I would find out a lot about myself.
In what regards?
I've never been out of the country,
Yeah,
so I think that would be a big. I think that's probably going to be. That has to be the first place.
I think they
go.
would be scared of you down there.
Me?
Like I said, it's
If
increasingly,
I dress like this, they would.
as I've gotten to know you more, the more I talk to you, you remind me of Judge Holden from Blood Meridian.
Yeah.
And then with the suit, it's like now it's you're just
I'm at a 9.
yeah,
90% of the way there.
Yeah, you're gonna go rape and murder a child and then
Well-
dance in the moonlight.
No, I probably won't do that.
Okay,
Yeah.
all right.
No
Well,
interest in.
I wouldn't judge you if you did.
If I raped and murdered a child, you would not judge. You wouldn't.
Well, I'm an actor. I feel like
Let's not.
This guy's just embodying a character.
Oh, because you
Everything-
told me you would feel responsible though, because you said Judge Holden.
Oh no, I would never feel responsible for.
Anything.
No, yeah,
Yeah, that's
yeah. Certainly not art.
Yeah.
Do
Do you think you've made any men do evil things?
No.
No.
That's the one thing I'm proudest of is Come Town was probably the only podcast that didn't have a mass shooter.
You're right.
It's literally
It's kind of amazing.
the only one.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Wait. Don't tell me.
of course.
Car talk.
Car talk for sure.
Definitely car talk.
Yeah.
I think that's how the
Well,
guy
car
died.
talk is responsible for all the guy in Nice that drove that truck through.
He learned he fixed it up.
Well, ISIS didn't know. Do you think they knew about cars and trucks?
Fuck no.
In fucking the desert
No.
before
They're on
car
roads.
talk? No, it was two guys from Boston.
Yeah.
And I can tell you, there's another two guys from Boston that did some.
They also listen to car talk.
Well, yeah, they were from Boston.
Yeah.
They were brothers. Why wouldn't
Exactly.
they? They were like, oh, this is for us.
That was the coolest one ever.
What, the Sarnev brothers?
That was the coolest one ever. It will never be topped.
What I would know is if they had the voice. We never found that out.
The Boston Boys?
They must have.
The Departed? Yeah. No,
They had lived there their entire lives.
Yeah.
They're like, yeah, what if we got a rice cooker? What if we got a pressure cooker? We take out that fucking marathon.
And then they did it.
They did it. They certainly did. No, I was thinking about Montezuma's Revenge.
Yeah.
And that's funny. It's funny to me to call that revenge. That's the best that Montezuma could do.
Yeah, especially to like a Spaniard.
Right, his entire family is genocided,
Yeah.
and then what? He just
Yeah.
you made him so he shits
3
out his rice and
diarrheas.
beans. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Gotcha.
Yeah, right.
So you give her drinking our bad water.
Exactly.
Yeah, that we drink all the time.
Yeah, right. Kind
Yeah.
of anticlimactic.
Yeah, you
as
got
far
us.
as revenge. I would be like if I lived in Mexico
Mm-hmm.
and someone like I was just a guy living in Mexico, and my neighbor came to me and he was like, my daughter was raped at school. I'd be like, well, it sounds like Montezuma's revenge to me. Sounds like Montezuma finally got his revenge.
I don't think Montezuma. Also, as far as a god is concerned,
Mm-hmm.
why is this guy spending all his time on diarrhea?
Also, who was Montezuma? He
You
was
mind
like,
if I use this?
yeah, sure. He was like a big fat sumo wrestler.
I could not tell you. I thought Montezuma was the dragon on the side of the pyramids, 2012
Bowser?
style. I mean, it could have been based off
The
Bowser.
Sphinx, you're thinking of.
Oh, that's what it is. Did you see the Mario movie?
I didn't. I want to. I'll tell you, I can't wait to see that Mario movie.
It looks funny.
But, with the courts, I have to wait until it's Adult Swim
Oh yeah.
at the movie theater.
You're not catching a matinee on that.
Yeah. You know what's weird? I've never assaulted a child. They just took one look at me and preemptively said, "You're going on the sex offender register."
You're going for that a little bit, though.
Am I?
You fucking look at your fucking mustache. You shaved today. You did
Am I?
that. Yeah.
Am I?
You look. What's that movie? Lovely Bones vibe coming from you.
Lovely Bones.
The Lovely Bones.
You know who else made a Lovely Bones
Apparently
reference?
brutal
on the show?
pedophile movie.
Is what's his name? Bam Margera.
He likes Lovely Bones.
He made a Lovely Bones reference on the podcast.
Wow.
Yeah.
I'm in good company.
That's the only thing I remember from the Bam Margera.
I thought you guys were gonna fix him or something.
We need fixed.
I mean, like get his life on track. Step in.
Like after the fact, he doesn't remember us.
Yeah, that's sad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's like, we can say, oh, he did our show, then his life fell apart, but really...
It was already so bad.
Well, it was Vinny Beetle.
Well, you know what the comments on his Instagram say? They say, Bam died when Ryan Dunn died.
Oh.
Pretty much everything, every post.
What kind of car was he driving again?
The fastest fucking supercar in the world. 127 miles an hour.
That's not... Is that fast?
To me.
Yeah. That seems like... don't most cars go that fast?
Yeah, but you're not supposed to do it all the time.
Yeah, I don't think he was doing it all the time.
I think he was. That was probably caught up to him.
I don't think the media was like, didn't you think you shouldn't be driving 120?
No, they did. Yeah, he did Larry King. He was
Yeah, yeah.
Stop doing 127 every time you're on the road.
Yeah, and then
And he said, "What's the worst that could happen?"
Yeah.
And then his head became widescreen around a fucking oak tree.
Yeah, damn. That sucks for him.
I think that's probably the best possible way to die for that guy, though.
Yeah, especially if you're a jackass guy. Man.
Yeah.
I know it's
You could either be that or the first guy to die from getting hit in the nuts. Like, I would choose the drunk driving thing every day.
The nuts thing isn't that how Houdini died? Somebody would bring people on stage and be like, "Kick me in the nuts as hard as you can," and then some guy who was like a professional cyclist or something came up. No, I think that's what happened.
This feels like a thing where I'm gonna say, "No, that's not right," and then
Yeah.
you're gonna be 100% right.
No,
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure. Yeah, he put a straitjacket on,
Mm-hmm.
and it'd be like, "Nah, fucking kick me in the balls."
Yeah.
And then people would come up and they would kick him in the nuts, and he wouldn't react. And people were like, "This is the greatest magic I've ever seen."
How much magic do you have to do to get to that point where you're like, "This is oh fuck it, I guess I'll have."
He
people
was just
kick
the
me in
only
balls."
magician.
Yeah.
Like magic prior to Houdini, magic was just like something that like Arab people did. I think.
Yeah, it was Johnny Carson did it.
There was not. Well, no, it was before Carson.
Oh, you're right.
So way back. You know, it's like there was nothing to do in the desert other than fight dogs and do card tricks.
Play with snakes.
Yeah, right.
That looks fun. Yeah.
Yeah. That fucking dumbass snake.
Yeah. He's like, "Oh shit, I love music."
Yeah, but that's got to be the worst part about that job is spending all that time finding a gay snake.
The snake that loves.
You just got to go to the cobra pit. And you're like, which one of you guys is a homo? And they're all just fucking just biting them. Which one of you?
Yep.
Which one of you is a gay?
You're going into a
snake?
wicker jail for the rest of your life,
Yeah,
where
yeah.
you can only pop out when I'm
Yeah.
playing
Ooh,
covers. Yeah.
yeah.
What's that? sound?
Ooh, damn.
Damn, turn that up.
Yeah. Yeah, that's got to be rough. That's got to be a thing. But yeah,
Mhm.
Houdini was the guy that was like, I'm just going to find this thing. Cultural appropriation. That was a big thing you can get by.
Yeah, the only Houdini stuff I've ever seen is he would go to the bottom of the ocean,
Yeah.
which is pretty cool.
Yeah, I was like, I've been, I was thinking about those old days and those old time performers and stuff. I was getting, because I get worried about the economy
Do
all
you?
the time. Yeah, because I only read right wing news
Yeah,
because it's more fun.
it is way more.
I don't really give a fuck about what's going on in the world. I
Mhm.
don't have opinions, but conservative doomsday news is way more fun to
It's
read.
so cool.
It's
dude.
so much better to be like,
It's so
Hunter
sick.
Biden is pressing the nuclear launch buttons with his
Yeah.
penis.
Yeah.
And it's like, then you go to MSNBC and they're like, there's not going to be enough money for the Girl Scouts. And it's
Yeah.
like, who gives a fuck? You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So, but they're always, because there's an economic version of that, right? Like
Mhm.
zero hedge, I guess,
Okay.
And so they're like, if it's Democrats in office, they're like, oh yeah, the whole economy is going to collapse.
Mhm.
It's going to be like the Great Depression. And I was like, getting worked up. I'm like, oh fuck, what if I lose everything? Because I didn't work to get it,
Yeah.
right? So I have no idea how to get it back.
Yeah, and it also wouldn't. Do you think it would sting worse than somebody who earned it, or but not as much.
Oh, way worse.
Way worse because you're like, I fucking won the lottery and somebody swiped it from me.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah.
No, I literally won the lottery. I mean,
Do you ever sit? I was at the park the other day with my dog.
well, let me just finish the point.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
So I was worried. I was worried about it. I was venting to somebody. Like, oh, you'll be fine. But it's like, I think about the Great Depression a lot, and it's like, there's these people that were like, what is that Bessie Smith song about being a millionaire and then you're not a millionaire anymore.
I don't know what that is. Before my time.
But you think about like performers, and they had everything and they lost it all, during the Great Depression, and it's like, okay, well, a lot of people recovered, right? But who didn't was the blackface performers.
Yes.
And I'm basically that.
Okay.
I'm just a shitty racist comedian.
When the economy comes back,
there's not going to be. Yeah, it's like
no room for you.
This is basically people get drunk off my content, right? So and now at this point now you're like, it's 3:00 in the morning, you're 18 beers deep, right? That guy will keep drinking as long as he doesn't go to sleep and sobers up.
But the second he does,
the second takes a break. He wakes up in the morning and he's going to say, I'm an alcoholic. I need to get my life together. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's going to be me post. That's how the blackface guys probably were. Fucking, they come out of the Great Depression and they're like, all right, well.
This is still amazing. Wow.
Yeah, they're like, oh, I guess I'll go do blackface.
Yeah.
And you have people are going to see.
Movies.
Yeah, not animation.
Oh, yeah, true.
Yeah.
They were doing blackface 20 times better, too.
Yeah, exactly.
Animators.
Yeah, they're singing and fucking, they got their original songs.
Exactly, yeah.
Right.
They were doing the research.
There's a depression next year. We were wrecked for 4 years. And then I come back and I'm doing fucking Mustang Sally and blackface. Not going to happen.
No.
Yeah.
No, it's pretty sad.
Yeah.
Maybe you could make a pivot.
To what?
I think that you could be a cable news anchor.
That would be awesome.
I think that you would be...
As long as I didn't have to wear a suit or cut my hair.
Yeah, you'd hate to wear a suit, huh?
Yeah. I don't look good in a suit.
What do you think of my look?
I think you look good. You look like Judge Holden.
Yeah. Shut up.
You look like a mythical Western pedophile.
Yeah.
Gang leader.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's exciting.
Yeah. Do you like that book?
What?
Blood Meridian.
Never read it.
You should read it.
I looked it up after you told me I looked like him.
Yeah.
I never even heard of it.
Really?
Yeah, no, I'm into stuff like A Million Little Pieces.
Oh, okay.
And stuff like that, kind of stuff about drug addicts.
What's A Million Little Pieces about? Is it the woman
this guy who lied about being like addicted to drugs, having the craziest life ever, and he got on Oprah's book club and he got exposed because he just made it all up. He was just like a loser.
Yeah.
It's kind of cool.
That's great. It would be funny to do that with something else. Be like, I was a pedophile that raped hundreds of children.
Write a whole novel about it.
Right.
Yeah.
And then you stop, and then people are more mad at you for lying about it.
Well, you know that guy.
You're like, I didn't kill myself because I thought you raped and murdered those kids.
You know that guy? Have you ever seen the Iceman tapes? The interview with the mafia hitman dude on HBO. It's like they did.
Mr. Cool Ice. You remember that guy?
Yeah. I love Mr. Cool Ice.
Yeah, just
future Halloween costume.
German retard.
Yeah, and he's gotten more since then. Which is cool. He has like Cool Ice like on his neck and shit. Like he found out that it was on the internet and he was like, oh fuck, I'll do it again.
Whoever's doing that to him is like the Jack Kevorkian of tattoo.
Definitely
artists.
bad guy. Yeah, experimental.
The tattoo artist. It's like, yeah, I'll write Mr. Cool Ice on you in impact font.
Yeah,
no problem. That's the worst part about it.
Is that it's all one font?
It's all shit.
And he's doing like line work skeletons.
Yeah,
and shit.
It's all like the Linux fonts.
Yeah, he has a skeleton on the back of his head.
Yeah.
So that's what I think he's arrived now at. If you look at him from the back, you might think he was just bones.
Didn't it start off that way? Isn't that the original picture? Is him standing there and on his back?
Well, I know he has something on his back, but now he also got Cool Ice multiple more times.
Awesome.
Yeah. What was I saying, man? Oh, the Iceman tapes.
Yeah.
So it's this guy who was a...
Real quick, Dave, do we have reads this week? Yeah. Okay.
Iceman
so that's
tapes.
the other thing, too. We've lost all our advertising money.
So we need... Well, not me. You guys need more money.
We do.
The Iceman was...
Hurting. Dire straits.
It's getting bad.
It's definitely getting... We've spent too much money and on things that we haven't seen return on.
Yeah, that's scary.
Yeah.
You guys make enough money that I think if I made as much money as you guys do, it's probably all I would think about.
What, money?
Just the amount of, just how scary that is to have that hanging over
Yeah,
you.
I mean, I don't know. I mean, I've been broke,
some?
and then you don't. Yeah, please. I've been broke, and that's like you're like, oh, well, who cares?
Yeah, you never worry about money when you're really broke.
It's like when you get in shooting distance of like, oh, I might be okay.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's like the worst part about having cancer or something. I feel like if you get, is like, you know, they're like, we're gonna beat this thing,
Yeah.
and like that, like the money, the entirety, it's just cancer. It's
Yeah.
just everybody's born with cancer unless you have generational wealth.
Damn, that's some real shit.
Yeah. No, definitely. If we're getting into Chapo, look out.
Money is cancer.
No, basically, I mean, yeah, you're like fucking, you know, you're like subjected to this system where it's like, yeah, there's barely a safety net, and the one that exists, it's like humiliating. It's like a safety net that rips off your pants on the way down, and then the entire circus can see your asshole and your balls and your penis.
Would you ever? Do you think it might be kind of fun? Do you ever think it might be fun to have an EBT card?
Well, I technically had a New York benefits card. For
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I never got there.
Yeah, I mean, you get it when you get healthcare.
Oh,
but then
yeah.
it's the same card.
Oh.
You can sign up for like SNAP benefits and stuff.
Yeah, that just looks.
But
so
I had a
much
roommate
fun.
that was on food stamps. It was great.
Yeah, because you can just turn it into money, right?
Well, he wouldn't turn it into money, but I remember he got that card, and then we fucking, he had like a barbecue. He had like a $300 barbecue.
Getting brisket and
Yeah,
shit
I don't know
like
how they calculated because he was a single man, but he was fat.
Well, do they? That's what I always wonder.
I
Do they
think so.
calculate your weight into
I think
it?
they
But
looked
do they
at
just
him-
eyeball you?
I think they looked at him
Fuck
and
it,
they-
$1,200 a
Yeah,
month.
this guy's gonna need 35 boxes of Oreos a
Yeah,
month.
this guy's big.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I think that's what happened, but I don't know, whatever. I mean, I should shut up and we should not say any of those things and focus on making the show better, I guess.
Iceman tapes.
Yeah.
It's an interview with a guy who was a hitman assassin for the New York Mafia, but
Which family?
he claims all of them. So that's the thing about him. He
The
really
Jeter
killed
family.
like two. Yeah, the Jeters. Yeah,
Yeah.
He put out all of his.
Yeah.
He really killed like two people, but they interview him one time, and he tells the story of the two people he kills, and then they just keep interviewing, so he just keeps kind of like making up stories about like how he killed people for the Mafia.
Yeah.
And they did like 6 of these interviews, and by the 6th one, he's like, yeah, then I did a backflip over that. He's just describing John Wick stuff.
Yeah,
It's so cool.
I mean, the best example of that is you ever see Bloodsport?
No.
Dude, I just remember being in a bar. I actually haven't drank liquor since I fell off the wagon.
So this is bad.
It's only been beer and wine.
Oh,
No,
okay.
it's fine. I wasn't like a liquor guy.
It's kind of disgusting.
It's gross, and
Yeah.
I honestly I can't handle it. It gets me drunk too quickly.
Me too.
Yeah, I much prefer just wine and beer. But
Wine is just so many calories in a glass of wine.
is there?
Yeah, I think of it as that at least.
Yeah, I don't know. I never checked.
Yeah.
I mean, it's all empty calories anyways. But yeah, I just remember being at a bar with this like guy who was like a cool guy. Who was like, remember hipsters?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so it was East Austin.
Boy,
He was
do I
like
remember them.
East Austin hipster, part of that East 6 bartender scene. And he was like, we're doing shots of Jameson. Fucking mix it. Everybody order a shot of Jameson. I didn't like, and even at the time, even in my early 20s, I never really liked liquor. I didn't really like drinking liquor. And so I'm like, all right, well, begrudgingly, we'll all do a shot of Jameson with this guy. And then he's like, he takes a shot and then just like, just throws up like on his shirt and in the trash can and tries to play it off like he just like hadn't thrown up like in front of everybody. But yeah, I remember that guy getting real mad at me that night because he had a messenger bag. It was back in the messenger bag days, and the strap had you remember the old GM belt buckles?
Like
Up until the 1980s, I feel like GM, or maybe it was just in the 1980s, but they all had the same like kind of. There's the blue GM, the old GM logo, the blue GM logo.
Yeah.
So there's a belt buckle on there, and the whole night I was drunk, and I kept fucking unbuckling his messenger bag, and it would fall to the ground.
That's cold.
Yeah,
That's ice cold.
Yeah, every time he's like, "Fucking bro, stop!" And then my thing in those days was getting beat up.
You get beat up all the time?
Oh, I loved it.
You love it?
Yeah.
I'd
He'd be like, yeah, I got in a fight last night, did nothing. You just get the shit kicked out of you and be like, yeah, I get in fights all the time.
Yeah, just calling it a fight, just getting killed.
Just talking shit until somebody fucking just knocks you the fuck out, and you're like,
I've only been in one real like bar fight in my life,
Yeah.
and it was the night before I like moved out of LA. We were at this bar in Castaic, like up north.
Yeah.
And a buddy of mine got so drunk, and I like went to the bathroom and I walked out. And when I walked in the bathroom, he was talking to this guy, and when I walked out of the bathroom, this guy was like stomping his head in on the ground.
yeah.
So we get in this big fight, but the only punch I threw was somebody tapped me on the back or like pushed me, and I turned around and just punched him in the face as hard as I can. And
Yeah.
it was like a 50-year-old woman.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
I think I like killed her. or
Fucked
some
her
shit.
ass up,
Yeah,
dude.
yeah. Like
Sure.
ruined her life.
Taught her a lesson.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what you get for tapping me on the back.
Yeah.
Because I was probably like close to her purse or
She
something.
went home, she's like, yeah, I got in a fight.
I saw a lady get.
So
I was.
who wants to suck my pussy? Who wants to suck my bar
was all her
fighting ass
sons.
pussy?
Yeah. What the fuck is up?
Mom, can I suck your pussy? They're runts. They're like all in the same bed, lined up.
Yeah,
with
they think it's a
nightcaps on.
nipple.
Yeah. She walks by one and feeds them like it's a factory farm. She just goes by with it, but they all get one clit lick each.
Oh God.
Yeah.
I saw a lady the other day get knockout gamed.
Really?
Yeah, I left Adam's birthday,
Mm-hmm.
and I went and I was peeing on my car. And
You're peeing on your
I
car,
was peeing on my car.
like on the hood of the car.
No, you know you pee on the like in between the tire and the wheel well and the tire. You piss right in there and nobody knows.
No, I usually just get in the car and I go 127. I piss. I'm like,
I was peeing on the car and then I saw a lady fall into the street. She was
I
like,
I go 127 and then I start pissing once I see the needle hit it.
it's the only way you can piss.
And then once I'm done pissing, I go, I'm done.
Damn.
D-U-N-N.
That's hard.
Yeah, I go, I'm done.
Damn.
And then I let the accelerator go down.
Yeah. And then you just go home, watch TV,
And then I go home,
Yeah.
covered in piss. I
Yeah.
watch John Wick 3.
just sit on your couch.
Yeah, I'm like, yeah.
Somehow the piss got up your shirt,
Yeah.
it's at your chest.
Yeah, there's a straw that goes from my pants, and I suck it out, the moisture out of my
Yeah.
pants, and I drink it, and I go, yeah, that's me.
Sounds like a good life. Dude, Ryan Dunn just lived a better life than I could ever live.
Yeah.
He did so much cool shit, man.
Well, that's it, man. It's like we should have learned camcorders.
Yeah.
I could have been that guy.
I missed it. I was 3.
Dude, me and my friends were always doing crazy shit when I was a kid.
Well, I mean, we did Jackass. My brother had an AV class project where we just did Jackass, but he didn't want to get hurt, so he just made me do all the stuff. I was 10, so
Yeah.
he's hitting me in the balls. He's making me jump into cold water.
Yeah.
I'm falling off a dirt bike and stuff.
Yeah, me and my friends, we went on a public bus one time. And we didn't have a camera, but we were like, oh, we're doing Jackass.
Yeah.
And there was a 85-year-old woman, and I had a ball-peen hammer.
Killer.
Yeah, I smashed her
Yeah.
fucking forehead in.
Fucking killer.
And I was like, this old lady dies on a bus.
Yeah. Lick the hammer.
You ever see, like, Russian prank shows?
Is it that?
Yeah, basically.
Yeah. This guy's getting...
This is like, there was I don't know, there was a compilation. I saw one where, damn, I'm drunk now.
Yeah, we got
For
there.
sure. Yeah.
Yeah, we got there.
Yeah, Adam was like, just start the episode, I'll come in. And he's just,
That's okay.
yeah, it's all right.
Yeah.
Thank God you're wearing a suit.
It's kind of the funniest thing, right?
Yeah.
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 This is how I do feel like this should be the dress code for the show.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, probably. Certainly if we're asking for money.
I looked in the mirror and I was like, I look like I'm doing Conan or some shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you look like Conan.
Don't even say that,
Why?
because that's my idol,
Really? Still?
number one.
Really, Conan
No.
O'Brien? No.
No.
I don't know. I mean, he was to a lot of people.
Yeah, I was at when I started watching Conan, he was like doing he had like Pete Holmes on and stuff.
Yeah,
It was like
no.
way past the...
Yeah, Conan back in the day.
Yeah.
That was.
Well, you
know.
see the writer's room of like the first season of Conan, it's like fucking Bob Odenkirk and Louis.
I mean, I was a moron when I was a kid. I didn't realize shows had writers.
Yeah.
Like, I would watch Fresh Prince of Bel-Air until I was like...
I say, damn Will.
until I was like 18 years old. I thought it's like they tell them what the story is,
Yeah.
and then they act it.
I would believe that with that show specifically.
I didn't realize things had scripts.
Yeah, you were pretty stupid then.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
I'm an incredibly dumb guy. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
That's like my moment of that as an adult is I would wipe my ass from the front.
But I may be dumb, but I'll tell you this: there's got to be like a gas leak or something in every place I've ever lived.
You know I had a gas leak.
Really?
Have I told you this before?
Well, you know what? That's the Oracle of Delphi was. It was just somebody.
A gas leak, you think so?
Yeah, there was like natural gas that would leak into the cave, and then they would just go fucking crazy.
That is such a fucking bullshit excuse.
What?
I just don't. I believe in the supernatural.
Yeah.
And I think they're always looking for a way.
Well, why isn't that part of it? How do we know? Look,
Then
this
the
is
gas
thing-
wasn't.
How do you know
turned
gas
on?
isn't ghosts? I mean, that's the thing. It's like especially as what we've learned about science through the vaccines and the vaccines.
Yeah.
And what they do to fucking people
Yes.
is that scientists are all they don't know.
They don't know
better.
anything.
They're just a guy like me that fucking loved homework
Yeah.
and stayed in school because they hadn't gotten pussy yet.
Mhm.
So it's like, well, I guess I'll just keep doing fucking homework.
Yeah.
You know,
Dude.
it's honestly because it is. School is it's something that you associate with children.
Mm-hmm.
So if you continue doing school, it's like part
You're
of
a
this.
pedophile.
Well, not pedophile, but it's part of this like permanent adolescence thing that's a problem.
Yeah.
in
It's
modern
you might as
society.
well be not have a job.
Right. Yeah. So
Yeah.
the people that are experts, you know, it's like, oh, I have a PhD. It's like,
Mhm.
oh, you mean you stayed in daycare
Yeah.
until you were
Congrats.
fucking 34 years old?
Great.
Yeah, right. And so those are the people that make all the science, quote
Mhm.
unquote, and quote unquote.
Yeah.
And they, what was I talking about? Oh, yeah. I guess this is my point. How do we know that natural gas isn't ghosts?
We fucking don't.
You don't. You
Yeah.
can't see it. You can't fucking smell it. It's something you breathe in. We don't even really know how that works.
You can smell it a little bit.
No, you can't. They add an odor to it.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
They add an odor to it because you wouldn't be able to detect it otherwise.
Yeah.
So you breathe in spirits,
Mm-hmm.
essentially, and then they tell your mind the truth.
Oh, wow.
And that's, you know, because you look, that's, okay, so let me just get this straight.
Yeah.
The Oracle of Delphi is the one thing the Greeks got wrong. Every other thing they were right about, except maybe the pedophilia.
No, I mean,
Democracy,
yeah, they were right about that.
fiat currency,
Clothes, they had the freshest fits.
clothes,
Yeah.
probably the most comfortable clothes. All
Most
this-
amazing food.
Right. They
Great
started
food.
off as like, you know, maybe you grow up, you see the Greeks and they're just wearing togas.
Yeah.
And you're like, that seems insane that everyone would just wear a bed sheet.
Mhm.
And then 30 years later, it's like Kanye's making fucking $30 million inventing toga sweatpants,
Yeah.
basically. Remember when his jogging pants were new? And people were like, leather jogging pants are crazy. Who would wear these? And then everybody did.
It sucks that he's until 2 years ago, he was right about every single thing.
Yeah, but this thing, it's like you got to look at the big picture. There's a play here.
Mhm.
There's a post-anti-Semitism Kanye that he's already laid the groundwork for.
If you were on his team,
I am
what-
on his team.
Okay, well, I mean, what are you telling him to do then?
I'm not telling him to do shit. I'm saying go Kanye. That's how being on a team works.
Oh, well, no, I mean his personal team.
His personal
His
team?
like HR team. What's his next move?
I would say, can you buy me PlayStation VR 2? That would be my
Yeah, I guess why would you be invested in his public image at all?
I think he's got it, dude.
Yeah.
I think he's sniffing spirits. I think he's
Yeah.
got, you know.
People have started treating like his music like he's fucking Michael Jackson or R. Kelly or something.
He is.
You think he's as bad as them?
What do you mean is bad? Oh, I thought you meant as good.
Oh, well, he's probably better than both.
Yeah.
It's a sad thing.
Certainly. Yeah, it was weird because you said Michael Jackson, R. Kelly, and I was like, you put
And you saw no...
Yeah, I was like, you put R. Kelly in the same category as Michael Jackson.
I did love R. Kelly when I was a kid.
Yeah.
And my mom deleted his songs off my iPod because
Yeah.
she was like, he's a sexual rapist.
Well, you can tell R. Kelly's talent because he can write songs that are just dog shit, and they're
Yeah.
still good.
Yeah.
You know, what's that one that's like, I want to get you pregnant, and the whole song's like, I might nut in you.
Yeah.
That's how much I love you. I might accidentally bust inside it. I want to nut inside of you, and that's the song.
Yeah, it's 4 minutes.
Yeah, and you're
Yeah.
like, well, pretty good.
Yeah.
Pretty good stuff.
I loved his song, Same Girl.
That's a step away from like, damn, I might not even wipe.
Yeah.
This shit feels so good, I might not. I want to keep some of it in my ass.
Yeah,
R. Kelly
people,
could write that song. R. Kelly could write a song. This shit feels so good. I'm not even gonna. I'm gonna leave.
I'm going to leave it on.
I'm gonna let it smear up in
Yes.
my butt cheeks. and
That's
I-
how much I just don't give a fuck because it feels
just
so
feel-
good.
This shit has been
Yeah.
so satisfying. I'm gonna clap that shit up in my own cheeks.
Yeah, Jizz is... I would...
This shit feels so good. I'm gonna let it.
Would you
smear up.
rather,
Yeah.
on the top of your hand,
Yeah.
another man's shit or another man's jizz.
On the top of
The
my
top of your hand. Not like on your palm.
So this is like that box from Dune.
Yes. It's kind of a tough question.
Literally no preference.
Wow. You're gay.
Am I?
Yeah.
Why?
You take the shit.
Well, both of them are bad.
No shit. Yeah, of course. It's shit and jizz.
But it's also just on
But
my,
another man's
I don't
jizz?
think either.
Get that off my hand. Ugh.
Neither of them I'm going to be traumatized by. It would be
No.
different if you said, would you prefer to accidentally have some shit on your hand or to be held down and have somebody come on your hand? And the only time that would happen, the only time you'd be held down and have somebody forcibly come on your hand is in prison. And that's only traumatic because you know that they're doing that as like, oh, we're just giving you
This is a taste.
a preview of how bad it's going to get.
Yeah.
And then that's more, they really know how to fuck you up.
If somebody can jizz on the back of your hand, they can
Yeah.
jizz anywhere.
No, because you know they hold your hand out.
Yeah.
They're all
And then
holding you down. Somebody's beating off,
Yeah.
and you think you're going to get raped,
Mhm.
right? It's kind of like how those ISIS execution videos work, where they bring the guy out 1,000,000 times in the desert.
Yeah.
And they're like condemn America.
Mhm.
Condemn America. And you're like, no, I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it. Not going to do it. Well, me immediately, I'd be like,
Oh, yeah.
I'd be like, Habibi,
Yeah.
you know, whatever.
I'd be their wife.
Yeah, of course. And then, so, you know, they take you out there, and then they're like, we're just fucking kidding.
Yeah.
We're just fucking kidding. They do it over and over again. So the time you actually see the execution video, this guy's been brought out there 1,000,000 times.
He's over it.
He's over it, right?
Until you get to the trachea, he like barely even thinks it's happening.
Yeah. So, you know, they all hold you down. You think you're about to get, you know,
Yeah.
and then what they do is they pull your hand out like this, right? And you think it's going to be like that, even that
Yeah.
level. You think it's going to be like that.
Or you
And
might
the
think
last-
they're going to chop your hand
In the
off.
last minute, they flip
Ugh.
it over and they nut on the back of your hand, and then you're left there to wander.
The mental torture of that.
What's next? My
Yeah.
palm
Yeah.
or my mouth?
Because they're thinking this is the least offensive place we could put this jizz.
Yeah.
So just know it's only up from here.
Right. And then your final thought is, thank God it was Chinese guys.
Yeah.
You know, thank God it was the Chinese gang that set their sights on me.
Yeah, hits the back of
The
your hand
Yakuza.
like Rain X. Rain. Just on a windshield, just beating.
Right.
You know, turning into...
Yeah. At least they took their shoes off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very sweet.
Mm-hmm. Did you see the Super Mario Brothers movie or no?
No, not yet. I have plans to. I want to go see Super Mario.
Oh, I didn't even realize someone was back there.
Yeah.
Who is that? Oh, hey, what are you doing? Aren't you supposed to be switching?
Dave's on it.
Oh, Dave's doing it.
Yeah.
So what are you doing? You're just watching? What do you mean you're making sure of anything?
He's looking at the TV. Why are you giving him a hard time?
I'm not giving him a hard time.
He can sit over there.
Okay, I'm just asking what he meant by that. Okay, so you got plans to see the Super Mario Brothers movie.
And then I want to see Bo is Afraid.
What's Bo is Afraid? It's
New
about Bo
Ari-
going to prison and
It's Bo Burnham. Yeah.
Bo Burnham went to prison.
Yep.
And
No. No, it's an Ari Aster movie.
Uh-huh.
And it's about what's his name?
Bo Burnham.
Joaquin. Thank you. It's about Joaquin Phoenix
Mm-hmm.
in some kind of messed up situation you
I
wouldn't
feel
even
like
believe.
Ari Aster is one of those filmmakers that's just going to frustrate me perpetually.
Well, he made the first movie. Great.
What, you mean the short?
No, the short was disgusting. Did not like
Really?
it. I
Oh.
do not like the dark side of humanity.
Mm-hmm.
If there's not a supernatural element, I do not want to see blood.
But it's not even. I mean, it's not even
You don't think it was dark?
the something about the Johnsons.
Yeah.
No, I don't think so. I mean, it's not literal.
He rapes his dad.
Yeah, but it's not like, oh, this is about a guy that rapes his.
I don't
dad.
give a fuck what it's about.
Oh,
He
okay.
rapes his dad in the movie.
All right.
It's disgusting.
Well, that's sort of my domain. I just sat here and talked about, you know, them being raped in prison and coming on one side of your hand versus the other.
You're right. I mean, yeah.
and
I
what
guess you would
that is
target them,
about
though.
is the choices we face under capitalism.
Yeah. So I don't think even Ari Aster
That's
got
the best.
that.
It's the best era to be an artist.
That you can just do that.
Now
with
that
anything.
everybody has class consciousness,
Yeah.
you can just do any piece of garbage in the world, and you
Yes.
say, actually, it's about capitalism.
Yeah.
It's about late cap, and just
Yeah.
throw up all over yourself.
Impractical jokers.
It's about it's capitalism.
Yeah, it has to be.
Yeah, and the actual impractical joke is the central banking system.
That is the hardest shit I've ever heard in my life.
Yeah,
Wow.
that's the real impractical joke.
Yeah.
Staten Island. How about no man as an island? How about the individual as a malignancy created by the by the Enlightenment, and we need to go back to
Yes.
pre-Enlightenment thought, which is an impossibility. 'Cause once the cat's out of the bag, you can't return.
The Enlightenment was
The closest option we have is a neo-reactionary feudalism.
I hate neo stuff.
Yeah.
Go back to the normal stuff.
What about neo-kitties?
Neo pets.
Neo-pets?
Neo kitties. And what about neo kitties?
neo-pets?
Neopets, yeah, I would take a pet over a neopet.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Would you take a neo-pet over a neo-Nazi?
Yeah. Well,
Is the neo-Nazi one of the neo-pets?
I would take a neo-Nazi as a slave.
I've never seen Neopets, but it would be funny if I looked it up now and it was just like puppies with swastika armbands. And I was like, oh, okay, this is not what I expected.
Yeah, and they'd put that on every Motorola phone for 10 years.
Yeah.
And
Were they
nobody
on
noticed
Motorola
it.
phones?
They were on,
Dude,
actually Sony Ericsson
recently, within the last 2 years,
phones. Okay.
I saw a Chinese guy, Chinatown, whose phone went off. Rings.
Yeah.
Hello, Moto. Boop, 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 boop. He still had the Hello Moto robot
That's
ring
very
phone.
sweet.
And it's like, how did you even get that thing?
Yeah.
He like
Was it a
saved.
flip? Did you see the phone?
No, I didn't. But I mean, I can't imagine he still has one of those
It'd
phones.
be cool if he had like an iPhone. He just programmed it.
Yeah,
to
and he
do
just,
that.
but he kept such good care of it that he
Yeah.
has a flip phone from back in the day.
Yeah.
He goes home and he places it in a little box. And there's candles next to it. A little shrine.
You're saying he prays to his phone?
And no, I'm not saying he prays to it, but it's got its own bed and an
Oh,
area
that's
in
sweet.
the apartment, a little dragon that overlooks it.
That's actually really sweet to imagine.
Yeah, yeah. They love technology.
They really do.
Yeah. What were we just talking about?
We're talking about Bo is Afraid.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, Ari Aster movie. So you didn't like
Kill
the
that.
short. I'm going to put it in the cup. I can't
Oh.
drink out of a bottle.
That is such a funny embodiment of your autism.
What?
That you
That I
can't drink out of a bottle.
bottle?
Yeah. It's a textural thing and you don't even realize it.
It just weirds me the fuck out, dude.
Yeah, exactly. That's what autistic people say about dominoes and stuff. Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah, I will literally, if I drink liquor out of a bottle, I will throw up.
That's kind of cool, though. That's kind of a nice stopgap on your drinking.
No, because I can just pour the entire bottle into a cup and then.
Well, you got me there.
Yeah. I mean, I can drink light beer. That's the other thing. I can't drink certain beers outside of a bottle.
Like you wouldn't drink a draft of something?
No, there's certain
What
beers.
specifically?
I used to drink a lot of Shinerbach.
The fuck is that?
It's a Texas beer.
Oh, okay.
When I lived in Texas, I would drink Shinerbach. And then I remember, I think I went to a Halloween party. Back when, I'm not even going to say his name. But me and somebody were friends.
Okay.
And we went to this
That could
Halloween.
mean 2 or 3 guys. So.
Yeah, it's one guy. You know who the fuck it is.
Yeah.
And we were friends. And we went to this Halloween party, and there was like a case of Shinerbach in the fridge.
Uh-huh.
And I tucked my pants, and I filled my pants with Shinerbach cans. And like I was already drunk at this point.
Uh-huh.
So I stole all the beer from the party.
Yeah.
And then we went back to our apartment complex. And I don't think I had Shinerbach out of a can. I only had it in a bottle before. And having it out of the can, I realized how shitty of a beer
It's
it was.
disgusting.
It's really bad. There's other there's shitty Texas beers, Lone Star and Pearl, that like are fine out of a can. But for whatever reason, Shinerbach, I would drink a bottle or a can, and then I just threw it up all over myself. And I'm like, I don't know, it's like this tastes like a completely different beer.
You blame the can?
I thought it was a can, and I would drink another one, and I threw up all over myself. I probably had 7 beers, and I threw up every single one of them, like immediately. Yeah.
Have you ever had, I think the worst regional alcohol, have you ever had Malort in Chicago?
Malort?
Yeah.
No.
It's disgusting.
Yeah.
It's awful, right?
What's that? Oh, Dave doesn't like it.
Yeah, it's this fucked up, like,
Yeah, I mean,
licorice thing.
I stopped drinking when I was 24, and then I started again when I was 34.
Mm-hmm.
So I had a long break.
That's nice.
Yeah, so there was a lot of drinking I missed.
There was no one night where you went crazy?
No,
in
never.
there?
No,
Wow.
yeah, no, I really couldn't because it is like. And now, I mean, you get older, and it's like, man,
Yeah.
I'm sure I don't think I was an alcoholic necessarily, it's being young, but yeah, it would just I would have periods when I was younger that I'd go like 6 months. Then I'd be like, okay, maybe I can have 1 or 2 beers, and then before you know it, I'm like getting blackout drunk every night again. So
You black out?
I used to, yeah. Now I don't. I mean, but I don't drink enough to.
Yeah.
You know, it's like I don't have it in me. I don't have any interest in
Isn't it people who drink a lot and black out a lot, they start blacking out earlier and earlier into the night?
Yeah, no, that's what would happen. Because I remember
crazy.
the first time it happened, and I was like shocked. I was like, I didn't know. I mean, because I used to get like plastered,
Yeah.
and I would remember everything.
Mm-hmm.
And then, yeah, it started happening, and then it would just be like all the time, like basically like 3 or 4 nights a week. I would just, I'd have like, I don't know, 4 beers, and then it'd just be gone.
That's scary.
Yeah,
Reminds me of dying.
But it's really scary.
What?
Capitalism.
Wow.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's like starting off blacked out, and you gotta find your way back.
Blacked out from the beginning.
Back to society.
Who invented this bullshit we live in? I hate this shit.
I don't know, but I would love it if Hassan, you want to come on and we can get
Get him
Hassan
right here.
or any who's the other guy,
Ethan Klein?
Yeah,
I don't think he's political.
I don't know, one of these guys. If you got money, please come on the show and tell your fucking teenage fans that this is an anti-capitalism, pro-trans.
Yeah.
Pro-trans, anti-capitalism. So please give us money. I don't know how much more anti-trans and pro-cap or whatever the other way that we could be.
Yeah.
Probably the most.
You probably are number one.
Probably
right
the
now.
most anti-capital, pro-trans show.
Easily.
Yeah. So we deserve all.
You need to be a huge YouTube hit. You got to start doing shorts.
I would love. Ari Aster made a movie about a guy that tries to start a leftist podcast.
He should do that.
And it doesn't work.
Yes.
And he just gets angrier and angrier and angrier until he turns into a ghost.
Yes, that would be his kind of twist.
He finds out that he was a ghost with the go time, but it looks cool.
Yeah.
He does all these cool things.
I'm sick of motherfucking movies that look good.
No, I'm not at all.
I hate good looking movies.
What do you mean by that?
So, movies where somebody posts a picture, a still, they would call it, of the movie, and they're like, look at this amazing still. Suck my balls. I don't ever want to see that.
No, but that's not the movies themselves. That's like Twitter people that are like, I'm in the film.
Yeah, that's whack.
I love film.
No. I like...
You see people talking about that? Like, on film Twitter, they're talking about...
Yeah. What
They're
does that
talking
even
about
mean?
film on film.
Oh, what? They talk about movies? The number one thing everybody fucking talks about?
Yeah, it's really...
Wow,
it's
film
really
Twitter,
lame.
okay.
Yeah, it means nothing.
These people are sick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you're an Ari Aster fan in general?
I only seen the...
Hereditary,
and which I did this in.
Oh,
I
really?
covered my eyes. I hate gore.
Yeah.
Can't do it.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, it really puts a pit in my stomach.
Midsummer?
Didn't see it.
You didn't see it?
No.
Oh, so you've only seen Hereditary.
And then the Johnsons one.
The short?
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's all I've seen.
Yeah.
But I'm pretty excited for this new one because it does not look very gory.
Okay.
I hear in Midsommar somebody falls off of a cliff.
That happens. The opening scene for Midsummer is horrifying.
Really?
Yeah. And it really shows. That's what I mean by it's frustrating. It's like there's these moments where, and it's like now I'm being like a Reddit guy that's demanding more from the thing that, like entertained me at this level. Mm-hmm. And then it drops down to here, and I'm like, what the fuck?
Hereditary was great.
Yeah,
really
well, the same thing. It's like, I like Paul Thomas Anderson movies do the same thing for me. There's like moments of like just this like just brilliance.
You don't like them though?
No, I love them, but then they're frustrating because there's it reaches these highs in certain moments, but it doesn't like stay consistently there. Whereas there's movies that don't reach that level that are just down here but consistently that I'm like, that's a good movie.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I guess it's probably not.
There Will Be Blood.
Literally every other than Boogie Nights, I feel like every Paul Thomas Anderson movie, within my first viewing, I'll go see them in theaters. Mm-hmm. There's moments where I'm like, this is amazing, this is so fucking good, and then 20 minutes later, I'm like, what the fuck is it? Like, what do you like? It just seems like kind of.
It's gonna be so hard to be a genius director.
Well, I mean, I have no idea.
You got to make every movie has to be so good. Yeah. Quentin Tarantino probably the best ever, right?
Best
director ever.
I don't know if I'd agree with that.
It's cool that he was like, I'm going to make 10 movies. They're all good.
Yeah.
No misses in the entire catalog.
But that's consistency.
I'm in Reservoir. I have a Reservoir Dogs outfit on.
Yeah. I don't know. I'd say this. I guess the example of that, and this is boring. And this is supposed to be. What, is this a comedy show? I don't know. I don't know where Adam is. I don't know.
Let's go back to the jizz.
I don't know where. Nah.
What would be the next step? You think just the palm?
I'm done with cum. I'm done.
You're done with cum?
I don't want to do any more cum stuff.
You've grown up.
No, I haven't. I just started drinking again.
Oh yeah,
No,
you've gotten younger.
I'm sophisticated.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I'm young and I'm woke.
And you don't drink out of a bottle.
I'm anti-capitalist and I'm pro-trans. I think cat ear beanies should be subsidized by the
It should
federal
be
government.
mandatory in every middle school in America.
Yeah.
Yeah, and also putting your sleeves above your hands.
Sleeves above your hands.
Doing this.
Early trans move.
Yeah.
It's weird. Did they take that?
Sleeves above the hands?
Or do you think that all the people that did that were trans? And there wasn't an option for them back in the day?
I used to do it.
What's that?
I used to cover my hands with my
Sleeves above the hands?
It was more of a shyness thing.
Yeah. I was more a chew on my sleeves and blow my nose.
I was talking to Cameron about this today. Every shirt that I had, every long sleeve shirt, would be blown out to here because I would chew.
Yeah. I would
What a
chew and
disgusting
then just blow my nose all over my clothes.
Yeah. Would you chew your collar as well?
No, I was not a collar chewer.
I did all that.
I would just fucking chew on the...
When I was a kid, I ate my toenail.
That's weird.
Yeah. I was flexible. I could put my toe in my mouth, my big toe only.
Mm-hmm.
And I would just eat it.
Yeah. You ever get into yo-yos?
Like doing this with it? No. I could go up and down.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, let's talk about cum, I guess. I don't know. I don't really
Yeah,
know.
so I guess the second time that they see you, they just flip the hand over.
Yeah, I mean, what they should give you like a French manicure with the cum.
Oh, that'd be kind of sweet, though.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, but they're treating you even
Yeah.
gayer. They're like, look at this. We're gonna.
That would probably be the worst. Your first day in prison, you get cornered in a cell by like
Yeah.
20 guys, and they give you a makeover.
They just make you look so beautiful, and it's worse because you really enjoy it.
Yeah.
You're like, this is so relaxing.
Yeah.
You look in the mirror, you're like, this is who I am.
They have a whole camera crew and a studio
Yeah.
audience for some reason.
Yeah. And then they never talk about it again.
Yeah. And then they never... That'd be funny. You're doing a 20-year bid, and the
Yeah.
first day in there, they make you look like the most beautiful woman in the
Oh, my
world,
God.
and then they never rape you.
Yeah.
You spend every day in fear.
Well,
thinking this
fear at first, but then all of a sudden you're kind of wagging your shit when you walk by them. You're like, hello, boys. You like kind of feel inadequate at some point. Like you made me the most beautiful woman in the world. You didn't do anything about it.
Yeah, I don't know. I've never been
I think
to
you need to
prison.
go to prison.
We'll see. You know what I was thinking about is like, they're like, oh, it's probably just the young guys that get it bad.
Mm.
You know?
Like an old man doesn't get fucked up.
Yeah, but then it'd be funny to be like an 80-year-old and you go to prison and you're like, well, at least I'm fucking 80 years old. And then you just get your shit pushed in.
Yeah. 'Cause it's just fucking your ears and shit.
Yeah, right.
Bad news.
Yeah. Oh, he got pussy hair in his ears. Yeah. He got pussy hair inside.
Damn.
Yeah.
They have fucking iPhone 4s. They're
Yeah.
taking flash videos of your
Yeah.
asshole.
You're right. You just look like Santa Claus.
Yeah.
You look like a mall Santa and you're
Yeah.
getting fucked in there.
That'd be bad.
That would probably be pretty bad.
You know.
What's going on with trans folks these days? What's the big thing this week?
J.K.
Passing
Rowling.
I'm passing a lot of laws. I don't know. Is J.K. Rowling, she back in the news?
J.K. Rowling is.
It's weird.
Not good.
It's weird that somehow, like every month, they find a way to be like, "Oh, she's transphobic." It's like, hasn't she been that for years?
Well,
now?
you always you go to her Twitter page. She's getting real about it, like all the time. She's heavy on it. It's
Yeah.
all she thinks about.
It's such a funny thing to be mad about.
Yeah, especially as like you're a billionaire fucking British bitch.
Yeah, right.
You live on a fucking cliff.
Yeah,
Right? You live in that picture of that island with the little house in the middle.
Right.
That's where she
She
lives.
goes outside and there's a hot air balloon in her driveway.
Yeah, well, that's probably why she's so worried about it.
Right.
It's
They're
'cause
stealing
she's-
my culture.
Yeah.
As a British rich freak, I have nothing left.
Yeah.
They're going to take it away from me. Bud Light is the thing.
Light.
They had gay
You see the
beer
Kid Rock
cans.
video?
Reshooting the cans.
Incredible.
Yeah.
Such a great video.
And that he's shooting up, I didn't see it. I heard about it.
He says, fuck Bud Light, and he shoots a gun at it.
It's got to really, not for Kid Rock, but
Jesus.
to be like a conservative that's invested in the culture war. Because I feel like the majority of them aren't. I feel like it's a slim minority. I feel like a lot of them, obviously a lot of people have to watch Tucker Carlson in these shows because they have high ratings. But I feel like it's a small minority of conservatives that actually are posting on Twitter and engaging in any of this shit, right? And if you're one of those guys, it's really got to suck to lose Bud Light.
Yeah,
You
that
know
was
what
a
I mean?
major hit.
That's their like. That's
Well, what would the equivalent for us be?
Bud Light is their Freddie Mercury.
Yeah, if we found out Freddie Mercury...
That'd be like if you found out Tom of Finland wasn't gay. Is the equivalent to be like a fucking, And there's just no sympathy for those people.
Tom of Finland. I only discovered him kind of recently, but it's good stuff.
It's amazing, and now the more I think about it, it would be the funniest thing in the world if he wasn't gay. If he was a guy that's just
He's
like,
oh God,
Yeah.
oh,
No,
what if he had a giant cock?
no, not even just being like, these guys are fucking cool, dude. I'm gonna draw the coolest guys I've ever
The
seen.
coolest straight guys ever hanging out. One time I was at, you know,
I'm
that
gonna
place.
draw just really fucking cool guys riding motorcycles.
Yeah, hey, what's a cop?
Yeah, they got
Yeah.
the cop with
Cool
a big ass
mustache.
fucking dick, and
Yeah.
he's riding a motorcycle, and he's hanging out with sailors.
Yeah.
They're fucking it's just cool guys hanging out with each other.
One time I was at Massed Books. You know that place?
Yeah.
I was over there and I found a Tom of Finland book. I was with Patrick. We were sitting there and I was like flipping through the Tom of Finland book and I was like, oh God, just loudly to make Patrick laugh. Going like, oh God, what is this? Just really loudly. And then I closed the book and right next to me was Frank Ocean.
Really?
Yeah.
And he was like, no.
He sang me a beautiful
no,
song. Yeah. But I felt
don't
really
say
bad.
that. Yeah.
I felt really bad. I was like, he's gonna think I'm an asshole now.
Please don't say
You
that.
know?
I would
That's
love
not
it.
what he sounds like.
I know, but
He doesn't
singers
make music like that.
Singers should be
do
singing
that all the time.
I feel like
Yeah.
if you're a singer, you should constantly be singing.
Yeah, I actually agree.
Yeah.
But I never went to that.
Shaka
bookstore.
Khan should be a Chick-fil-A being like, let me get the spicy chicken.
Just all the time. What about rappers?
Huh?
They kind of do that already.
They do.
Rapping is just talking.
Yeah.
Yeah, hate to say it.
Yeah. That's the best part about being a clown. If you're a clown, no one knows.
True.
Bozo just went around there like, people were like, look at that bald guy.
Yeah,
He's like, none of these motherfuckers know I'm Bozo.
they don't know that I'm Bozo.
They have no
Yeah, the
idea. I'm
makeup.
fucking-
That's how MF Doom probably felt.
Yeah.
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 Did you like MF Doom?
I didn't care.
Yeah, I found out that he died. I was on a golf course.
Yeah.
Tore me up.
Were you playing golf?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Okay, I don't know.
Me and the whole foursome, we
You could have just been out there.
were bummed out.
They don't stop you.
That's true. It's yeah. I mean, if you dress the same.
Yeah, if you wear the right clothes,
Blend in.
you could just be out there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sitting there practicing.
Damn. Yeah, I got those 17 shots of tequila and
How many did you do?
I don't know, like 3.
I don't like being drunk.
Yeah?
I think that does not make me feel good.
I don't think I like it either, but I tell you what I really don't like is being sober.
Wow, Chief Keef vibe off of that. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Did he say that?
He had a whole song. He's 16 years old, put out a song called Hate Being Sober. 16.
Okay.
How cool is that?
That's cool, but also something a 16-year-old say.
Well,
But I'm also getting back into being 16.
yeah, aged really well.
That's my midlife crisis. PSVR 2
Yeah.
and fucking drunk all
I
the
can't believe
time.
you don't have that yet.
I don't know.
You need to be in a different world. You don't belong here.
What do you mean?
You need to go into a virtual world.
Yeah, oh yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
You need to be amazed.
Yeah.
You have lacked amazement in your life, I feel.
No, it's just the things I'm amazed by are so stupid.
Yeah.
Like the first time I saw a Roomba, I was like, "Holy shit, dude!"
Then VR is going to be something.
Yeah, I mean, I've used it. I got the
It got way better in the
the
last like, 2
PSVR
years.
1.
That one was poop.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I played the demo disc, and I was like, "Oh yeah, this is." I think I also have to get contact lenses because I have to use them with my glasses, and then it just mashes.
Oh, no, that's not good.
It mashes them up against my
Yeah.
face. But I use it without my glasses. It's like everything's out of focus.
Yeah.
You know,
Maybe you just weren't. Yeah. Maybe you actually were built for this world.
maybe I was.
Yeah.
Man, maybe it's fucking capitalism. That's the problem. That's the real VR.
Damn.
That's the real VR is fucking capitalism. It's putting us in a...
In a virtual world?
Where am I? It's putting us in a goddamn... Where am I? Where? But what does that mean? Which one is mine?
I would guess that one.
I'll tell you, that's the real fucking capitalism. Is, what was I saying?
Virtual reality?
Is virtual
Or
reality.
capitalism is a real virtual reality.
It's a virtual
you did
reality.
it backwards.
And reality is the fucking... is Soviet Union.
Yeah.
We're all living in the Soviet Union. And we're all Jack, Tom of Finland guys.
Was the Soviet Union fun? Was it cool?
I feel like there was nothing to do but like math,
Yeah.
so they're all smart.
Yeah, but probably kind of boring,
Yeah, probably.
you know?
It must have been like shitty to be a guy that was a moron that just wanted to like collect Funko Pops.
Yeah. Born
That's
in the
good.
wrong generation.
Yeah, if you were in the Soviet Union and you were just built for reading manga,
Yeah.
that's got to be awful. Which is ironic now that those are the people that most want that.
Is that, you don't think they'd be watching cartoons if they were over there?
Probably not. No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you get scared yesterday when they launched a nuclear warhead at Japan,
Who did?
North Korea, and then last second, this is a story I heard. Last second they bailed.
What do you mean they bailed?
They said nah.
What do you
But
mean
the
they-
sirens were going off in Japan.
What do you mean they launched it? They can't. It's
They
not
went.
like,
It went past.
it's not a fucking Looney
they
Tunes
went-
thing where it's like.
Yeah, the guy on it, he pulled up. The guy who's riding the nuke,
Yeah,
the ballistic
Bugs
missile.
Bunny?
Yeah, he pulled up at
Korean
the
Bugs
last
Bunny.
second. Yeah, and he sent it right into.
I'm
the
not going to
ocean.
do it. I'm not going to do it.
because YouTube,
It's a different show.
going straight to YouTube.
I'm not going to do Korean Bugs Bunny.
Mm-hmm.
But if I did,
What would it be?
maybe I would go. No.
And the intro you're already
Yeah,
to
yeah.
introduce it.
No. A different time, folks.
Yeah.
Maybe a time before late capitalism.
I bloody hate late.
What does that mean? What is that? Isn't that kind of presumptuous? Late capitalism?
I would say.
That it's going to end soon?
Yeah.
You know it's not going to end. You're just going to turn 30. And then you're going to start drinking again
Yeah.
and fucking kill yourself. Like the rest of us.
Mm-hmm.
Like the... Oh, okay. And that's the moral of, the story, folks. Is
We do not like late capitalism.
But what does it mean? What does that mean? Is that
I
'cause
think it means like movies are the worst they've ever been.
But isn't that China's fault?
You're gonna have to take that up with the Reddit.
I think that's literally China's fault.
Yeah,
I
you're
think
probably right.
movies
because they demanded that.
well, the
movies
Marvel
are-
stuff. It's
Oh,
something
yeah.
that the Communist Party of China agreed. Like you can go sell those movies out as long as there's no black people in them.
Yeah.
You can fucking make those movies forever.
Yeah, so I guess that's not it doesn't really have that much to do with movies then.
Okay. What does it have to do with? Am I asking the wrong guy?
I would say that you might be asking the worst guy for a question like
So you're
that.
getting married tomorrow. What's that about?
Yeah, we did an hour.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, folks. That was the Adam Friedland Show. Adam, maybe he'll come out of the. Adam, are you all right? Dave, is Adam all right?
I checked on him when he closed the door.
Where is he?
In the equipment room.
He's in the equipment room.
We can come out. He had a wardrobe malfunction.
Can you go check on him real quick? Just make sure he's all right. Adam had a wardrobe malfunction. You remember where that started?
Wardrobe malfunctions?
Yes.
Who started that?
The Super Bowl where fucking Janet
Oh, yeah, dude.
and her nipple.
The first one I ever saw.
Yeah. That was the first Super Bowl you
Yeah.
saw? That's great. Oh, yeah. I guess you're a young guy. Yeah.
First one I ever saw.
How's he doing, Dave?
He's all right.
What's he doing? He's laying down?
He's on the phone.
He's on the phone? Well, folks, the Adam Friedland Show is a lot of things,
Mm-hmm.
you know, and it's certainly something you can watch on YouTube.
I don't think this one goes on YouTube, you said.
The,
This one goes on Patreon.
Yes, but it goes on YouTube first, and then we put the unlisted link on Patreon,
Okay.
which then people share.
Oh, okay, the piracy.
The piracy.
So knock that off.
I mean,
that helpful?
Do whatever you want. I mean,
Okay.
it's like
How? Oh, you're so cool you don't need money? No.
No,
knock that off.
it just doesn't work. You can't. The recording industry cracked down on piracy.
So you need to now.
Remember that? Remember they were
Yeah.
suing grandmothers
Yeah.
for a 12-year-old in their house downloading fucking Shakira.
Those people are still in jail.
They're literally fucking they're the grandpas they're being turned into Mrs. Claus.
I
in
know.
there.
Scary stuff.
No, there's no way to crack down on piracy. But the show, if you want Adam to come out of the equipment room, you're gonna have to
Fork over some cash.
help us out a little bit. $1 a month, $2 a month.
That's nothing.
If you're I know there's rich people. I've met rich people. They spend $1,000 a month on chia pets. If that's you, switch it over to the Adam Friedland Show. You know, throw us a bone,
Yeah.
maybe.
Why not?
A desperate plea
Yeah.
that Adam probably would not be a fan of, but
He ain't here.
he ain't here.
When mommy's away.
And Mommy is away. Mommy's in the other room.
Yeah.
I wish there was some. I don't feel. But Adam didn't laugh once, and neither did Dave. So I want there to be like maybe one. I'm trying to reach deep in myself.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna unbutton my pants. Got the piece.
Go ahead. Unbutton your pants, and I'm going to try and think of some kind of joke, some way to make this show funny, the way it used to be, the show that everybody something on. All right, it's a guy with Down syndrome.
Okay.
And he's the postmaster general.
Okay.
And he can't seal any of the envelopes because his tongue is too big.
Sorry, guys.
Oh, it's all right.
I didn't want to come out in the middle.
We're still doing it.
Are you?
Yeah, we haven't cut yet.
I thought it was over.
No.
Dave said you want to come out and say hi.
No, I was trying to do a final, trying to find a final bit that can maybe save this episode.
Yeah, we didn't. It was pretty bad. Yeah, it was pretty bad.
It's pretty bad, yeah.
Put it up.
No, we'll put it out.
We got all drunk for it. We
Yeah.
gotta put it out.
We have to put it out. I've been here.
You're married.
Yeah.
I've been here hours,
I didn't realize
waiting
you were
this,
still doing.
and you've been on the phone with
No.
the bank.
Yeah.
Is it bad, Caleb?
No, it was fine.
It's fine.
I'm sure it was good.
No, it wasn't good. It was fine. The audience will decide. Listen, folks, we'll be back on the Adam Friedland Show next week with special guest
Who?
SZA.
Oh,
We got SZA.
I love her. I just killed my.
Yeah.
That song.
I was in the laundromat and there was a Guatemalan family, and and so it was the mom. She was doing laundry and she had two sons and a daughter, and the daughter's watching that music video on an iPad. And
Okay.
I was watching a mattress protector. So it was there. It takes a long time to
Yeah.
wash one of those fucking things and dry.
You were
So-
afraid someone was gonna steal it?
What?
Why were you so?
I did. What do you mean? No, I just wait there while I do the laundry.
Oh, okay.
Usually I do drop off because it's actually cheaper to drop off. I talked to them afterwards. They'll wash sheets. I had no idea. I
Yeah.
only dropped clothes off there
No,
before,
they
but
wash
they were
sheets.
like, don't worry, we'll take care of you. I didn't really need to do the voice, but they're out of respect.
Yeah, they're good people.
Yeah, they're good people. And there's a Guatemalan family, and the mom's doing laundry. The two sons are there, and they're not saying, anything. And the daughter, the children now, they have iPads that are like the military grade iPad.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's this thick.
It's their
yeah,
fucking. They're
bulletproof.
just exactly.
Got Teflon cover.
Yeah, exactly. The fucking tier 1
LAPD.
operator to FaceTime with Elmo.
Yeah,
they have
exactly.
that. And so she's got this fucking thing, and she's watching that music video over and over again and singing along to it. But I guess she didn't know the words, or maybe I was just mishearing her. So she keeps singing, "I just killed myself." I'm like, what? I wish there was someone here to witness it. I just killed myself. And those are the only
Not the
words she was
best
saying. Then
idea.
she'd go, ba da 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 da, like she wouldn't. I just killed myself, and kept saying it over. And then it was just stuck in my head for fucking.
It's a better idea for a song.
Yeah, I just killed myself.
I just killed myself.
Not the best idea.
Not the best idea.
Yeah. So SZA will be here next week, and
She's
that
not.
is obviously a joke. But if SZA, if you hear this, please come on the show. We could use a woman of color to
balance things out.
sell these ideas of
Yeah.
late capitalism, and
Is it bad or no?
we're still doing it.
I have to go pee so badly.
Go ahead, piss.
Okay.
I'll talk to the camera. What are you? You're just saying that to me like it's my fucking fault or something.
My fault.
No one's saying it's your fault. Look, it's fine.
I'm saying
It's a podcast, folks. Thank you for joining us on the Adam Friedland Show. I hope you don't find my hosting too reprehensible or distasteful or uncharismatic. But look, I'm a radio guy. I'm an old school radio guy. I'm not supposed.
do audio on this one,
I'm supposed to be.
not video.
I'm not even supposed to be on the radio.
Why?
Or audio. But here I am, for better or for worse. And that's the episode this week, folks. Thank you.